What's up, everybody out there in YouTube? Bryce Michael RC here, and I finally got it done. First helmet I ever started printing. I set it aside a long time ago, and I've been slowly kind of chipping away at it because it's one of my favorite characters of all time, and I didn't want to get it wrong. And the thing that sucks is it's only one color for the most part. It's only one color. So you don't want to mess up that one color because you can't hide it within other colors. Anybody that makes stuff DIY, that makes cosplay things, there's a lot of stuff that you can hide, make it look good because of other colors, because of weathering, because of all sorts of different things. But this character has one color. It's not only in one color, but it's a brand new color. It's like no weathering, no nothing, unless you want to make a specific scene in the movie and make it all dolled up. And I debated on doing that because I got so tired of painting this thing. And I found out, just in case anybody is interested, because in this video I talked to you guys about the spider webbing effect in spray paint, and I was waiting 1, 2, even 3 days at times, putting the second layer on, and it would just spider all up, and it was just, oh, it was terrible. I showed you guys a video of it. For some reason, just every time I tried to add a second layer or a layer of clear coat or something on it, it would do that, and it was driving me crazy. And I found out that the spray paint that I'm using, you're only supposed to, at the highest, use the spray paint in like a 50, I think it said 56% humidity. And here in Kansas, during the summertime, the humidity is, it's terrible. The humidity around here just sucks. In fact, you can probably see a nice little glistening of my nose here. I'm not sweating, it's just the humidity. It's the constant moisture. It's insane. I think that might be the cause of it, because on the spray paint it said every like 15 minutes add another layer and stuff, and that typically works. But then once you do the wet sanding or the dry sanding or whatever type of sanding you want to do, and take it back out and put another layer on it or something like that, it would always do that. And I just think it just wasn't getting all the way dry. So I finally found a spray paint that was a car spray paint, GMC color black. You know, one of those paints that is the stock car colors of paints that you can get at AutoZone. Yes, I painted it one of those colors, and it doesn't have to be, there was no humidity thing whatsoever. And so I sprayed it all down with that really expensive paint, so I didn't want to use the whole thing. It was only about, the paint can was about that big, and it was like 12 bucks for a can of paint like that big. So I did a layer of it. It has the inside shine like cars have, the little glittery stuff on the inside, so it has a little bit of a shine to it. And so I didn't like that. That wasn't the right color. And so I took it in and I sanded it all, dry sanded it, got it all sanded out and stuff, made it all smooth. And then I went back to the original spray paint that I had. I added the other spray paint on top of it, and it worked perfectly. Perfectly! It was like adding the first layer of spray paint down, and it only took me forever to figure that out. Anyways, let's get to this. This guy right here, I was supposed to have him out last Thursday. I was supposed to have him out maybe Thursday, but I was supposed to have him done months ago because it was the very first print I ever did. Ever. And if you guys watch the process videos of the Darth Vader helmet, you guys will see there's a little subtitle thing in it that says that I started all these videos. It was the first helmet that I ever started printing, the first helmet that I didn't even when I put it on the build plate, I didn't even move it around or anything. How it came on the build plate, I didn't cut it, none of that stuff. I literally put it on the build plate the way that it came in, and I had to adjust the size to the build plate. That's the only thing I really knew how to do. I didn't know how to use mesh mixer or anything at the time whenever I had the model. So the model doesn't fit me. I gave it to my daughter. Fits her perfectly, but it's still a badass piece on my shelf, and it goes perfectly next to Kylo Ren. Gotta move my little Darth Vader bobblehead. What do you think, Darth Vader? Should I get out the Darth Vader helmet? Yes. What do you think, Kylo? No. Dun 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 na 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 dun 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 boom 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 boom. This is one of my absolute favorite characters of all time, so I didn't want to mess this up. There were small little parts to it where there was points where I would have it completely finished, and there was like a small little part. My wife looked at it and would be like, nobody's even going to notice that. I notice it. And this is one of my favorite characters of all time. Anybody that's out there that loves movies, that loves Star Wars or anything like that, you guys understand how I feel. A lot of Darth Vader fans out there wish that this fit me, and I'm probably going to make one to fit me now that I got it down. And I want to make the entire thing. They've got the shoulder pads, the box that goes on the front, belt pieces, all sorts of stuff, but I want to do it in all ABS so it doesn't melt. I left this out in the sun and almost ruined the entire thing because it's black, and black attracts the heat. But this thing, just an amazing model. A lot of frustration came with this model, a lot of frustration, but it's a really good model. Had I started this now instead of a long time ago and already had all the other spray paint on it and had to go over and remove it and relearn how to smooth it out after finishing a couple other ones and figuring out the easier ways to do it. Had I started this now, it would be 100 times better, and it would probably be my size. But what I ended up doing with this is, you can see here that I didn't use the back piece. It comes with a back piece because you don't need it. In fact, I've seen a few Darth Vader impersonators on YouTube that they have the full helmets, and this is exactly how their helmet is. And with the dark cape and the dark, what's it called, that goes over your head that just shows your face, that thing, with all that stuff on, you don't even see this because it's so dark back here. You don't even realize that it cuts off right about there. You don't. And as long as you walk right and all that different stuff, then you never notice that. A lot of people's masks are like this. I was going to put some magnets and have this removable and have the back be able to clip onto it, but then I just wanted to make this as easy as possible to kind of put up on my shelf, not have to figure out where everything lines up or anything like that. And so I ended up just gluing this into the actual helmet, and it's tight in there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 pieces all together. This is, I can't even remember the type of filament that this was printed in. I know it's PLA, but I can't remember the exact filament that I used for this. It's the very first filament that I had. You can see it in the process videos. I'm holding it like this because I just spray painted it this morning, and so I don't want to mess up the spray paint. I know it's dried, but it's not all the way cured. But it's got that nice shine in it. You can see my ceiling fan going in his helmet. This is the effect that I wanted to get from it. I used about 5 different types of blacks and kind of tried the best one that I wanted. Some of them I couldn't put a second layer down, some of them I could. You know, I just wanted to try out whatever I could to see what would work best. I even tried like a flat black with a high gloss on top of it. I tried so many different things, and I got really close to it several times, but this ended up turning out the best out of all the colorings and stuff that I used. If you guys look in the process videos, the eyes look like they're black right now, but if you actually put a little bit of light on them, they do have a red tint to it. I don't know if you'll be able to tell in this video, but it does have a red tint, just like in the Rogue One movie. So, I don't know, I can't say enough about it. This was the most frustrating thing I've ever made because it was the first. I gave up on it a few times. Kind of picked at it a little bit while I was making the others. While I was making the other helmets, I would come back and put a little Bondo here and sand it down while I was waiting on another piece to dry, and then I would set it back down. Or, you know, I'd come over and try out some blacks, like when I was doing this helmet here. The black on this side I actually tried out on this before this was even finished with its bondoing and sanding and stuff. I sprayed it down with a little bit of black just to see if it was the right color and stuff. I kind of used this as a guinea pig for a little while, and then I finally turned around and I was like, I've got to get this thing done because it's one of my favorite characters of all time, and I think I'm good enough to do it now. And that was my problem before. I didn't think that I was good enough to pull off my favorite character. And this seems like it would be easy. Everybody would think that this would be easy because, Bryson, it's just one color, right? Well, I had to cut out the eyes, I had to cut out the grill parts, I put in this mesh down here that's screening that goes in windows, and inside of here I had to cut both of these pieces out, both of those pieces out. I cut those out once I got a little bit better with the Dremel so I wouldn't mess it up. Plus, anybody, if you have to paint everything one solid color and everything has to match, that whole color has to match all the way across, and it has to look like a brand new car. It's really hard to do because whenever you're wet sanding, sometimes you go a little too deep and you'll leave a scratch or a scar or something like that, and then you get it all done and you realize that you have this scratch that you can barely see, but once you see it, and then it gets on your nerves every time that you look at it. There's several things that you can do, plus The visor pieces, I was trying way too hard at first to put that in, and then I found such a simpler way to do it. And I'll leave all the process videos links in the description if you guys would like to build this. You guys can see exactly how I did the visor pieces, how I did the screens, how I painted this part and taped it up and all that different stuff. Once I got better and I got a few helmets down, then I went to finish this, and I pretty much knew what I was doing. And every time I messed up, it was my fault. The reason why this is late coming out, it was my fault. But I'm so happy with it now. It's going to go on my shelf. It's going to stay on my shelf until we finish the full suit for my daughter, and then she's going to get to wear it. Here we go.
Well, don't get it.
It's not gonna, you're going to see how it fits just right onto her, just like that. And awesome. Can you see out of it really good?
Yeah.
Talk like Darth Vader.
I can't.
Right after. It seems in your anger you killed her. No! That worked. That's gotta work.
I tried to mimic his actions because he's just like.
Right? Well, she's a huge fan of Darth Vader, as am I, and I'm gonna try to build her the entire Darth Vader suit. She says she's a Sith. She has a shirt that says I'm a Sith with Darth Vader on the front. Loves Anakin Skywalker.
I have so much Darth Vader stuff in my room right now.
I know. Oh, this might be the first time that you guys on Bryce Michael RC are seeing my daughter besides the vlog videos. If you guys were around for the vlog videos, you've seen a lot of my daughter, but this might be the first time that you guys have seen her. Definitely the first time that you guys have seen her as part of the cosplay stuff. So we'll be making her a few more things if she wants. I don't know. I just can't say enough about this model. I'll leave a link to this model in the description on Thingiverse. You guys can download it. It's not too hard. It's all broken down as is. You don't need supports for the top pieces. You don't. This did just fine without supports on the top pieces. As long as you do it straight up and then it goes across. At least for the Anycubic i3 Mega, it prints it just fine. I didn't use supports on it. Doesn't take too long to print either. It's just, I can't say enough about this. This is the final reveal, guys. I'm so excited. I'm more excited about this than any other helmet I've ever done. Ever. And I can't wear it. I can't wear it. And I'm still more excited about this. Just, it's awesome. I have to make me one. I have to make me one. When we get the suit and stuff, you can wear it anytime that you want because this is your helmet. And
I should wear it to Kenzie's house.
Then when you get old enough to move out, you can take it with you. Yeah, you can take it to Kenzie's. I wouldn't mind you doing that. Anyways, that's it, guys. I'll leave the link in the description for Thingiverse for you guys to go down and download this file if you would like. I'm going to go leave a comment on the people who put this design on Thingiverse and tell them thank you for leaving this design because I can't make these things, and I thank everybody else who makes these. I've been making all these cosplays from Thingiverse, but I found a lot of really good pieces on I found some really cool ones that I want to do on myminifactory.com, and I downloaded a few of them. I've got a buddy who wants to do a Fallout helmet, which is going to be sick. I'm not a video game person, but he loves it, and I'm going to make him a Fallout helmet. Plus, I've got a 4th of July special that's somewhere on this shelf right now that's going to be made for the 4th of July. It's specific, and no, it's not Iron Man. That's going to be 4th of July. We got a face hugger coming up. Then I'm going to be printing Ant-Man. Right after this video gets done, I'm going to be starting the print for Ant-Man. It's going to take about 4.5 days for the Ant-Man prints to get done, but I'm excited about Ant-Man. He's one of my favorite Marvel people. And just the guy who plays it's hilarious, and I've loved him in just about everything, including the 40-year-old virgin, where he's a whiny little. And Paul Rudd, he's just a funny actor. I've loved that guy. And Paul Rudd being a superhero, did anybody else expect that? So I don't know what's going to be next. I think it's Face Hugger, and then we're going to have Ant-Man, and then we're going to have probably the Fallout thing, and then the 4th of July special right there. And then, I don't know. Which, if the 4th of July special comes, I'm not counting the weeks right. I don't know if I'm counting the weeks right. So if the 4th of July comes in like 3 weeks, that'll be 3rd, and then the Fallout will be 4th, or vice versa. I don't know which one's coming first because I haven't checked the schedule. But anyways, my name is Bryce Michael RC. Keep checking back. Hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. Come back every Thursday. We're going to give you guys a cosplay video and a build video. We'll put the process videos out. The process videos of this links will be in the description. The Thingiverse link will be put in the description just for you guys. So you guys can go down and download and print this magnificent Darth Vader helmet. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Boom, bam, bam,